I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're in a circle of friends that just have like the worst attitude and responses to whenever you share your ambitious goals, like I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I dropped out of college my second year and I was studying business. So, logically speaking, when you're studying business, you don't necessarily even need like a degree for that, right? Because you're gonna have your own business, you're gonna be an entrepreneur. And I do agree to some extent, like if you're gonna go into the medical field or a lawyer, you have to have a degree. But for business, I don't think it makes sense. And so I remember when I started my online coaching at the time, I told my friends, like, hey, I'm aiming to hit, because 10,000 back in 2010 was a lot of money. Now, to a lot of them, they thought that that was just like an astronomical number and it just like wasn't realistic. And they were like, oh, bro, like, are you sure? Like, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Like, you should stay in school and do all this shit, right? And mind you, like, I kind of look back at where they are right now and they're in the same spot. They're not that happy. You can tell that the girl they're with doesn't even really respect them because they're just like stressed out all the time with like money. And like, it's just like, he's like, they're all like in like 9 to 5 jobs where like there's no schedule, right? And I remember thinking like at the time, like if I could hit $10,000 a month, like that would be crazy. And then, you end up like leveling up and then, my friend circle now, like we're talking about 100 to $200,000 a month. And I'm someone that came from basically nothing and I built a portfolio that is worth well into the 7 figures. So numbers even like 100K or like 50K a month or whatever, like those are just normal numbers. But then when I go back into my hometown, it's like you can't even talk about this with people because like they're so like small minded where they just think like, oh, I have to go to college, I have to go get a 9 to 5 job. If they have it, I have to take on all this debt, and then I just live like this normal average life. But then you go to like Miami or California or nice places in Texas, and everybody is like, oh yeah, 10K a month, oh, that's true. Like that's like the baseline. And so it just, your environment and your circle is everything when it comes to getting yourself successful, knowing your path that you want to go on, and just, going away from like what society and your friends that are small-minded want you to do.